Have you ever experienced altitude sickness? If you have, it is not fun. And today I'm going to share with you my top 2 things that you can do to prevent altitude sickness when you travel from areas of low elevation to high elevation. So let's start off by talking about what altitude illness feels like. And to me, it feels a lot like being hungover. So my stomach feels a little queasy. I feel a little headachy, a little pounding in my head, and generally just feel really lethargic. You don't feel like eating. Sometimes sleeping can be hard. Sometimes you feel a little nauseous. All of those feelings are not awesome feelings, but there's a couple things that you can do to prevent those when you are at altitude. The first thing is, before you even hop on that flight or get in your car and start driving to the Rocky Mountains where our elevation is really high, you can start eating a really good, healthy diet, and you can start to hydrate, drinking a lot of water, getting some electrolytes in your system, and just keeping up with your rest, your nutrition, and your hydration. And then once you get here, if you start to feel those effects of altitude sickness, try to keep eating and keep drinking if you can, because that'll help your body feel better. The next thing that you can do is to acclimate slowly. So if you're coming from 0 elevation, maybe think about heading to 5,000 feet and hanging out there for a couple days, drinking water, eating good food, getting lots of rest before you head to 7,000 feet and 9,000 feet and 10,000 feet and higher. And if you're starting to feel some effects of altitude sickness when you're on the mountain, when you're in the backcountry, when you're on the trails, don't go any higher. Stop where you are, take a little rest, eat a little food, drink a little water, spend a few hours just relaxing. And if you don't start to feel better, then head down the mountain. Don't keep going higher. I have personally found that about 13,500 feet, 14,000 feet is when I start to feel kind of icky. And what I do in that situation is I grab a little bit of protein. So like a protein bar or like a protein gel packet, something that's easy to digest. And I just squeeze that in my mouth and I chug some water and I take a little break. And usually once I get that protein in my system, then I'm good to go. But that's just me. And I recognize that every body is different. So those are my 2 tips for preventing altitude sickness. First of all, eat and drink and be merry. And second of all, acclimate slowly, and always don't be scared to turn back and try again another day if you're just not feeling it. Hey, what questions do you have for me? What do you want to know about hiking and backpacking? Go ahead, drop your questions in the comments below and I will answer them for you. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the trails.